So in, so out, the ins and outs. Salut à tous, beautiful people. How is it going? I am excited about this episode. Why am I excited? Because it is the first of many, and I really hope of many. Okay, check out the link in the description box that will direct you to the Bambi pattern shop to get a pattern and start sewing. All right, let's get straight into it. The ins and outs of equipment used to press. So if you have made up your mind and said, this is it, I am upskilling myself, I'm going to learn how to sew. Welcome to the land of opportunities. We are going to encourage you and push you. But remember, keep your eye on the goal, stay positive, and do it. On the other hand, if you've already started and you just want to evolve your sewing skills, I am right here encouraging you. Do it with lots of smiles and laughter. Because the way to improve means to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result. And no, that is not the definition of insanity. If you do the same thing over and over, it improves your learning curve. You will pick up the mistake you are doing as you learn and improve on them. You will reduce the duration of doing that task. Think of riding a bike. You fall off, you get up, you do it all over again, and one day you start oozing confidence in that area. The same applies to driving, cleaning, sewing, you name it. Before we continue, let's check out this ad. If you are looking for that je ne sais quoi look of a professional garment, it is crucial that after every sewing step, the seam is pressed. Say, for example, one is not so neat at sewing. What do I mean by this? Take a garment and turn it inside to check the stitches, and you may just notice threads going east, west, south, north, meaning in every direction. How does this happen? Maybe that beautiful person could be correcting a mistake by sewing over it, and this could lead to corrections on top of corrections on top of corrections, etc. As opposed to taking your seam ripper, sitting down with your cup of tea, and gently unpicking the incorrect stitching. Okay, maybe you are not a tea person. Maybe you are a coffee fan, or a water fan, or a soft drink fan. Whatever rejuvenates your brain waves, relaxes you, that is what that cup of tea represents. All right, enough with the sidetrack. Let's get back to what we're talking about. So maybe, just maybe, let's assume that unpicking the stitches to that beautiful person might be time consuming. Think of it. You're sitting there, you're tired already from sewing, and now you have to unpick again for maybe, I don't know, the 12th times or the 10th times or the 20th times. Exaggerating here a bit. And we all know our time is very precious. Once the clock ticks, you ain't getting that second back. Whatever the reason for the stitches not being neat, for a successful finished look, the principal key of pressing is one of the most imperative in garment constructions. Here's another ad coming up. Pressing equipment. Number 1, steam iron. A good steam and spray iron is required. The unfortunate part of using an iron with steam compared to a dry iron, to heat the salt plates and the water to produce steam, the steam iron requires more power. In other words, it has a higher wattage use, aka higher electricity consumption. The use of water also increases water consumption, which will contribute to an increase in bill. Think of it. You're going to need more water to press. If you're not sewing, you'll not be using that water, so you're not going to be consuming it. Number 2, steamer. It is not necessary to purchase one of the most expensive steamers because they may be more powerful and get the job done easily. There are cheaper ones that have sufficient watts to get the job done as well. It is very useful for pressing open seams of synthetic fabric and velvet. The steam penetrates the fabric and loosens and relaxes the inner fibers without damaging the fabric. A steamer does not require a pressing cloth. Number 3, ironing board. This provides a firm surface for pressing. They come in different shapes and sizes, including travel ironing mats that can be placed on a firm surface and used anywhere. Number 4, sleeve ironing board. This board is so useful once you have it. It helps press hard to reach areas. Number 5, pressing cushion. This is used for pressing sections of panels which are rounded, such as darts, curves at the hip side, shoulders, etc. Number 6, seam roll. This is useful to press seams open in hard to reach areas such as small pant legs, sleeves, collars, etc. You will notice that there are two sides to the pressing cushion and seam roll. The plain side is suitable for woolen and other fabric requiring low to medium temperature, while the white side is suitable for linen and other fabric requiring medium to high temperature. Let's go to an ad break. Number 7, handheld wooden block. This block provides professional looking flat, crisp seams and creases without burning or scorching by trapping the heat and the steam where it is needed. It is used to press up hems, creasing pants, pressing seams allowance open, pressing neat fabrics, as well as flattening bulky facing, collar buttonholes, edges, and pleats. Number 8, pressing cloth. The ideal is either muslin or calico. The use of pressing cloth is to prevent transfer of stains from the iron to the fabric and vice versa, or when using iron-on interfacing. What is calico? Calico is a plain weft fabric made from natural unbleached cotton. It is a sturdy fabric with a natural appearance and smooth texture. What is muslin? Muslin is a finely woven unbleached cotton fabric. However, the fabric can be bleached, piece dyed, or printed. The natural fabric is lightweight and has a soft texture, making it ideal for various use. So, are all these 8 equipment for pressing necessary to prevent a garment from looking homemade? Absolutely not. The steam iron is non-negotiable. An ironing board or a substitute to an ironing board like a flat, firm, safe surface where one can press the garment is non-negotiable. Wait, what about a pressing cloth? I think you can take an old 100% plain cotton t-shirt, preferably neutral in color, that you do not wear out anyway, and cut it out or cut one side out and use that until you decide to use muslin or calico. As for the remaining pressing equipment, you can substitute with what you have. For example, take a towel, punch it in a ball, and place it in a hard to reach area such as small pant legs. In the short term, you yourself can make the seam roll and the pressing cushion once you've bought the required material. In the long term, the steamer and the sleeve ironing board can be purchased. If you're thinking I did not include the handheld wooden block, let me just add, doesn't the handheld wooden block remind you all of a school chalkboard eraser without the felt fabric? Just throwing that question out. Going to leave it at that. What is the point of all these things? The point is, you have a goal. Sewing clothes is the goal. Purchase one of the BambiPatterns and just get into it. Do not stop yourself from sewing because you do not have the ideal pressing equipment. Remember, though you may not see it in a sew along sewing tutorial or hear it specifically mentioned that you have to press your work, I encourage you to do it consistently after every stage of the work to achieve that professional, neat result. Check out the link in the description box that will direct you to the BambiPattern shop so you can get a pattern and start sewing. If you liked this video, kindly subscribe and follow BambiPatterns. And if you did not enjoy it, I challenge you to share this video and subscribe for more materials you believe not to like so that you'll have more topics to talk about with someone. And I do not mean gossip, I mean converse. Smiles and laughter. Until next time, enjoy Bambi Patterns.